Hello everyone, my name is Mekayla Dale and I am a former student of the Marine Science program at Ulster University at the Coleraine campus. I am 27 and I graduated in 2017. Originally, I am from Northern Ireland. I grew up just outside of Newcastle. I now live in northeast New Jersey, which is just about 30 minutes away from New York City, and I work for an offshore survey company doing ocean mapping and geophysics as a field hydrographer. When I was making my decision on what to do for university and then ultimately my career, I was given a piece of advice which has served me very well, and that was to stick with what you enjoy and stick with what you're good at. I wasn't one of those people who grew up knowing what they wanted to do for their career, and that one piece of advice has helped me focus on choosing a career and pursuing a career that has brought me to where I am today. So I enjoyed the ocean and I was good at science, so I pursued marine science. And I had to then make the decision of where to study that. And I chose Ulster University for one main reason, and that was the practical focus that the school took to education. There are still lectures and coursework, but over half of class time was actually spent outside of a lecture hall. This included things like snorkeling on our first week of class. We spent a lot of time in different kinds of labs doing dissections for squids and starfish. We had water chemistry labs. We had computer labs learning about GIS. We also had a lot of field trips. Some of these field trips were to actually go out and collect data. Some of them were to go out and see some sustainable environmental management methods. And some of them were even just to go out and see the environment, to take what we had been learning in class and even in some of our other labs, and then going out and seeing that in the real environment. There were no grades. It was just go out, see what you can find, see what you can apply from what you've learned. One of my favorite trips, however, was a 2-day trip that we got to spend on the RV Celtic Voyager, which is an Irish marine research vessel. While we were there, we were in Cork Harbour and we did sediment sampling, we did seabed trawls. We had control of the vessel for 2 whole days to take marine samples. We took water samples, we saw crabs, we saw fish, we saw so many different things. We were involved with survey planning. And what really appealed to me was that work environment, working offshore, working on a ship, working with really interesting people. And that trip really encouraged me to pursue a career working offshore. The other thing I loved about my time at Ulster was the staff. Not only were they incredibly knowledgeable about their subject areas and really good teachers, but they were very aware of industry standards and expectations. So we weren't just learning things for the sake of learning them. We were learning information and we were learning skills that we would actually be using if we were to pursue that subject area as a career. They were very supportive and just a lot of fun to be around and really enjoyable to be in class with. I learned a lot of scientific and professional skills that have really carried me through my career and gotten me to where I am today. Thanks to the professional connections of the staff at Ulster, I was able to secure a really good internship year between second and third year. I spent a year with Infomar, which is an Irish program tasked with mapping Ireland's continental shelf, which you can see up in the top right of your screen. I worked as a data processor looking at multi-beam data that we had collected in the field, cleaning that up and presenting that. I was involved with data acquisition, so actually going out and collecting the data. I was given opportunities to receive professional training. I spoke at and attended multiple conferences all around Ireland. I was involved with a lot of outreach to students and the wider community, and did a lot of networking, as you do anywhere you go for your career. And I still keep in touch with a lot of people that I worked with at Infomar. While I was there, I heard about a ocean mapping postgraduate course that's been hosted at University of New Hampshire for the last 17 years, roughly. They bring 6 students from 6 different countries. My class is there in the top left. It's organized through GEBCO and funded through the Nippon Foundation. So we go for a year and we study an intensive 12 months at the Center for Coastal and Ocean Mapping Joint Hydrographic Center, which is hosted at the University of New Hampshire. We learn not only the theoretical knowledge but also the practical skills required to do ocean mapping, to go out and actually survey the seabed. We worked under and studied under some very distinguished professors who are at the height of their academic research, and also have spent a lot of time in the private industry actually out doing this science. I met a lot of people from a lot of different countries. One of my favorite pictures from that whole year is the one in the bottom right of the screen. There's 11 people in the photo, one person taking the photo, and all 12 of them represent 12 different countries, which is an incredible achievement and just speaks to how international this industry really is. After my time at New Hampshire, I landed where I am currently, which is at a company called Alpine Ocean Seismic Survey. We're based here in New Jersey, but we work all up along the east coast of the US and farther abroad as well. We work a lot for wind farm clients. There's a lot of wind farms being put in along the east coast here, so we go out and do the seabed surveys. We look at the shape of the seabed, the sediment that's out there, the geology beneath the seabed as well, which helps these clients make decisions on where they're going to put cables and where they're actually going to install these turbines as well. My title is a hydrographer, but I fill a couple different roles. My main role over the last 2 years that I've been there has been as a navigator. And the navigator is the person who essentially telling the boat where to go. I'm involved with mobilizations, which includes a lot of equipment installation and troubleshooting. I tell the boat where to go, how to survey, where to survey, when to survey. I'm involved with data acquisition and data management, as well as survey logistics, liaising between both the survey team and the bridge, as well as the field project manager and the managers on land as well. Another role that I fill is a data processor. I process data both offshore on the boats as well as back in the office, or, thanks to COVID, remotely from home. And I'm delivering data to clients, which is what they're paying for, and I've also helped train a lot of junior staff who've come in since I have started at the company. The third role that I am currently stepping into, I've just started this week, in fact, a program to start training to become a field project manager, so managing these surveys from the field, which is super exciting for someone who's only 27. I will go offshore for anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks at a time. And I get to spend so much time with so many amazing people from all around the world. Every day is a new day. There's something new going on. There's a new challenge that we have to face. As you can see, it's a very glamorous job. I look like a carrot most days, but I love my job. I love what I do. I genuinely look forward to going to work every single day. And none of this would have been possible without the foundation that was built when I was spending time in Ulster. The things that I learned there, the skills that I developed, and the people that I met have all helped me get to this point. And I'm still so early in my career, but I've come so far. On a less serious note, life is not just all about work. I have also had amazing opportunities to travel, thanks to the schedule that I have. I said I work for a couple weeks at a time. I go offshore 7 days a week, but then when I come home, I have so much more time off, or rather I have long periods of time that I can take off. And this has given me opportunities to travel with my roommate, who in fact also works for Alpine. We've been to different national parks in California and Utah. We've explored parts of New Jersey here and even upstate New York, things I never thought that I would be able to achieve this early in my life. So in closing, whatever you decide to do for university or in your career, I would advise you, stick with what you enjoy, stick with what you're good at. It's served me well so far in my career, and I hope to continue to use that. And I want to thank you for listening. I hope what I've said has encouraged you a little bit to maybe consider Ulster University as your home for the next few years, as it will feel just like that. It will feel like a home. Good luck in making this decision, and maybe I'll see you out there one day on the high seas.